and welcome to another video of mine. Here we're just going to take a look at Starcraft2. I know I said I was going to do guns, but unfortunately I'm just really not in the mood to play guns. So I'm just going to show you some of my stuff. And as you can see in Blizzard stuff, my name is Celestis. Um, and I do have a really cool avatar and a lot of achievement points. It's mostly just all story mode. And there's people already talking to me. And as you can see, career here, I have pretty much every achievement done, even putting it all on brutal. The other thing is I also have, where is it? Free for all versus 7 AIs, all on insane difficulty. It is very hard. It took me a long time, but I did it. It just takes some practice and a lot of luck. I don't play against people. I'm not a very PvP type person, so most games you'll see me play, I really don't do much for PvP. Besides that, just gonna reply to this guy and I'll show you some of the gameplay. Alright, so as we wait for him, I'm just gonna set up a mode here. I'll just do a 2v2, show you some of the Protoss in number 2 compared to number 1, or even just show you the game in case. Just gonna set up a game. I'm gonna play into it, get through some of the initializing of collecting resources and stuff, and then I'll show you some of the gameplay from there on whenever I've got a base built up and stuff. Here we are loading up. I'm facing terrain and I'm Protoss. I chose the map Blistering Sands. It's a really nice map. It's got 3 resources stones and I guess technically a 4th, which is yellow crystal, which produces a lot more than your normal blues, so it's better collections here, and it's got a straightforward direction with a center point. So as you can see, the map really, like, the gameplay hasn't really changed. You still get the basic units and stuff. They added new units, took some of the really cheap ones out, and they took some of the mechanics of the bases out. So like, for example, trying to think of one here. Well, I can't really think of one, but they just overall brought down the abilities of some characters, made some other classes more useful, just added a bunch of new stuff. So it's really cool. And plus now we got the mothership on the Protoss, and we got Chrono Boost, which really makes building units a lot faster. Just gonna build up a base here, and I'll be back and show you off some of the units and stuff. Now, one thing I do whenever I play versus AI is I always find the center point of the map that the AI usually always 100% travels through up until they build their bases at different spots, in which case then I just build up a forward point defense like I am right now, which really just helps neutralize the amount of assaults I'll have on my base and makes it a lot easier for me to control what happens while I build up my attack and defense in my base. So I'm just gonna go ahead and skip ahead to some more of the action and stuff. Just as we wait for some stuff to build, I'm gonna show you a quick tip. Is anytime you got a base and you put over to a simulator like this, always just throw 3 units to spawn and collect from that resource, because as you can see here, it kind of makes a loop cycle. Making it so they collect and don't stop. If you put anything more than 3, there's always going to be 1 waiting at the door, whereas this perfectly times it to go in and out without interruption. Alright, now at this time, while I wait for the AI to make any attempts, I can see from the circle on the map, because they're terrain, that that's approximately where their base is up in this corner. It's pretty basic too, because I choose one, they choose the other. It's a 2-person map, but I mean, it helps out for if it's a bigger map. Once you get within range, like, my scouts can see that line's there, so I can tell that it's there. They have a little scouting tower up, so they'll know when I'm incoming. Now, So with that, knowing that, I cannot choose that base. That will be one of my last advancements. So I'm going to go ahead and advance over here, just to bring in some more resources, and then I'll go up here and take out those rocks with some troops and take over there for more resources. Once I have a good amount of resources up, I'm going to start building a bunch of carriers, and it's going to take a bit of time, but once it's done, it's pretty much indestructible. I mean, they have their weaknesses, but if you know what you're doing with them and use them well, they aren't going to be able to do anything against you. Now, one thing I do whenever I'm doing all this collection and stuff, once I got a bunch of resources, I just kind of go ahead and spam up a bunch of Stargates, because my main units that I'm going to be using are going to be um, carriers and stuff. So, to build a bunch of them really fast helps me bring out a huge army to help defend before anything happens. So I'm just going to take a moment, collect up some more resources, wait for these to build up, and then I'm going to show you a huge army that I'm talking about. And I think I should be able to... No, I'm still missing the flight beacon. So as soon as one of these builds, I'm going to throw up a flight beacon here. And this will also help increase the power and everything. Essentially, my aim is to get these carriers out as fast as I can. I'm kind of taking my time here because I want to show you guys if this was like a real match of any type, these things would be built a lot faster. I'd also have a lot more units and stuff. It's just I'm kind of coming in and out, taking my time, showing you some stuff. So um, I'll be back in a bit, showing you some more of the units and stuff too. Alright, so one of the new things they put in with this is they put in the mothership. The mothership is, for Protoss, it's an insanely OP unit. Essentially, what it does is it will cloak everything within a radius from it, including your structures. These two are out of range. This one and all here are all in range. And as you can see, everything gets stealthed, even these guys. Now, the other thing they can do is they can drop a vortex, which essentially looks like this. It draws things into it. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I don't really care right now. I'm just showing you guys. Now, it brings units in, keeping them out of the battle, so it makes it really easy to get past a big army in case, somebody's trying to defend their base. Things will come out of it and stuff. The other thing they can do is a mass recall. Now, this makes it really amazing for sneaking units into an enemy's base. For example, what I would do is I would take the mothership here, right? It doesn't cost a whole lot. It takes a while to build, but I would just try to find a way of sneaking into the enemy base. And then, for example, here, I'll do a quick show of its ability. It is very slow moving compared to almost every other unit. See, this is where it's going to come in handy. Sorry, I got a bit of a fight going on here. Keep those guys out of the battle while I deal with the rest. Alright. So, I lost a couple of buildings, nothing major. I'm still at 190 out of 200 max. And now they're retreating. I'm going to go ahead and finish them up if I can. There's only so many places they can go before they head into my base. And they ran away. That's fine. Alright, so with that, we know. Let's move these over here. And we'll move the mothership back. I don't have enough energy right now to show you this ability, actually. Here we go. I can do it now. So, as you can see, it gives me a huge circle to work with. And what this is going to do is it's going to go and warp every unit within that circle over here. And they already wanted to surrender. That's no fun. We just started. I haven't even attacked their base. So I'm going to put it on hold, build up a bigger unit army, and go in and we'll zerg out the bastards with carriers. Here I'm just kind of scouting out, trying to find out if they have any other bases set up, find out where their main resources and everything are coming in. It doesn't look like they set up much. Just going to continue a quick scout around here, and in case anything pops up I'll keep recording for a second. Doesn't look like they have advanced anywhere, so they should be just about out of resources, which means they have a huge army. Oh, yeah, here we go. But if you direct for anything that can attack, they're quick. They barely even hurt anything. Took down a shield of one unit. Alright, so I'm not going to go into a full-scale attack, because I want all my units to participate in this. So just gonna go around, scope out some units, get some things broken down here. And no, I'm not actually under attack. So there's their scout tower. So now they can't tell where I technically am. Alright, so here we go. So that's where I'm gonna have all my guys come in. So I'm going to quickly assign that to number 2 and bring these all in as number 3. Alright, here we go. As you can see, it makes a pretty quick joke of them all. Unfortunately, the enemy just made a bunch of stupid mistakes at the start, especially whenever they decided to try to attack. Didn't quite work out for them as well as they were hoping, I don't think. And that's pretty much all there is to it. And before you know it, you win. They have a few buildings left. And that's it. As you can see on the score screen, all I did was lose a couple buildings, maybe a probe, nothing major. They didn't take down any units. My buddy Kevin's still talking to me. Oh cool, I got some achievements, look at that. And yeah, I took a huge thing. It only took 37 minutes to complete. I took out a lot of units, and yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask away in either a private message or a comment below. Feel free to subscribe, tell me off to your friends. We'll get some people in here. I'll throw up some more videos and we'll see what we can do here. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you on my next video.